U.S. Attorney announces results of methamphetamine trafficking cases in eastern Idaho. Pocatello, U.S. Attorney Josh Hurwitz announced the results of 5 separate methamphetamine trafficking cases in eastern Idaho today. This series of cases shows my office's commitment to disrupting the flow of illegal drugs into Idaho, said U.S. Attorney Hurwitz. Through close collaboration with our state, local, tribal, and federal law enforcement partners, we continue to hold accountable those who distribute poison in our communities. 1. Montana man to serve 10 years in federal prison for possessing with the intent to distribute 2 pounds of methamphetamine. In one case, Benjamin C. Brooks, 46, of Billings, Montana, was sentenced to 10 years in federal for possession of methamphetamine with the intent to distribute. Chief U.S. District David C. Nye also ordered Brooks to serve 5 years of supervised release after the completion of his prison sentence. According to court records, in July 2021, law enforcement conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle driven by Brooks. After smelling the odor of marijuana coming from the car, officers conducted a search and found approximately 2 pounds of methamphetamine and a firearm. 2. Pocatello woman to serve 57 months in federal prison for possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute. In a separate case, Stacy Lynn Allen, 51, of Pocatello, was sentenced to 57 months in federal prison for possession of methamphetamine with the intent to distribute. Chief U.S. District David C. Nye also ordered that Allen serve 3 years of supervised release upon completion of her prison sentence. According to court records, in November of 2022, law enforcement conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle driven by Allen. Allen had a warrant for arrest and admitted she had marijuana in the car. Law enforcement searched the car and found approximately 2 pounds of methamphetamine. Allen admitted to intending to distribute the substance. 3. Idaho Falls drug dealer sentenced to 60 months in federal prison. In a third case, Ben Reed Rubidoux, 44, of Idaho Falls, was sentenced to 60 months in federal prison for possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute. Chief U.S. District Judge David C. Nye sentenced Rubidoux serve 4 years of supervised release upon completion of his prison sentence. According to court records, in September 2022, law enforcement conducted controlled purchases of 10 pills of fentanyl from Rubidoux. In November of 2022, law enforcement found Rubidoux in possession of 2 firearms and over 3 grams of methamphetamine. In December 2022, law enforcement found Rubidoux in possession of approximately 39 grams of methamphetamine, heroin, and cocaine. Rubidoux admitted that he possessed the methamphetamine with intent to distribute it to another person. Rubidoux entered his guilty plea to the charge on July 27, 2023. 4. Fort Hall man to serve 37 months in federal prison for possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute. In a fourth case, Orion Royce Meeks, 43, of Fort Hall, was sentenced to 37 months in federal prison for possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute. Chief U.S. District Judge David C. Nye also sentenced Meeks 3 years of supervised release. Meeks served an additional 6 months in jail in tribal jail on the same charge, for which Judge Nye gave him credit. According to court records, in August 2021, officers with the Fort Hall Police Department saw Meeks at a residence on Fort Hall, washing a car. Officers knew that Meeks had 2 active tribal court warrants for his arrest and took him into custody. Officers conducted a search of the vehicle and found 148 grams of methamphetamine. Meeks admitted that he possessed the methamphetamine with intent to distribute it to another person. Meeks entered his guilty plea to the charge on July 19, 2023. 5. Pocatello man pleads guilty to possession with intent to distribute and conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine. In another case, Thomas Schooley, 39, of Pocatello, entered a guilty plea to conspiracy to distribute and possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine. According to court records, in January 2023, law enforcement conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle. Schooley was a passenger in the vehicle. Also located in the vehicle was approximately 80 grams of methamphetamine. Schooley admitted he had received a quarter pound of methamphetamine and had been selling it to others. The 80 grams was what was left over from the quarter pound. Schooley is facing a term of imprisonment of at least 10 years up to life in federal prison, to be followed by at least 5 years of supervised release. Schooley is scheduled to be sentenced on January 17, 2024. U.S. Attorney Hurwitz thanked the FBI, Homeland Security Investigations, the Idaho State Police, the Idaho Falls Police Department, the Fort Hall Police Department, and the Pocatello Police Department, which participated as part of the Badges Task Force, for their investigations in these cases. The Badges Task Force is made up of multiple federal, state, and local agencies located in the Bannock County area and focuses on drug trafficking crimes. Assistant U.S. Attorney Blythe McLean is prosecuting the Brooks, Allen, and Schooley cases. Assistant U.S. Attorney Justin Paskett prosecuted the Rubidoux case. Assistant U.S. Attorney Jack Haycock prosecuted the Meeks case. If you found our video informative, like and subscribe to the channel.